Thank you.
We'll rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I would like to open the floor for nominations for the position of Chair of the Board of Education. Are there any nominations? No?
I say we close.
Any other nominations?
I doubt it.
Could I have a motion to close the nomination for the position of Chair?
So moved.
Second.
A vote for the motion to close the nomination for the position of Chair.
We just did it.
Okay, you vote, okay.
He got it.
Okay, all right,
You right on that.
Take your time, it's all right.
all right. So,
I'm vice chair.
now we say,
Don't we have
Do we have to
we still have to
make a
vote.
motion?
we made that
You still have
This
to
is
do
his
a
first
motion.
time running a
It
meeting.
is for this one.
We're gonna give him grace.
Yeah.
It's all right.
We gotta call for a vote.
All right, call for a vote for Mr. Riddick as Chair.
So we all just raise our hands?
Show of hands. All right, thank you. Mr. Riddick, you are continue as the Chair. At this time, I would like to open, okay? This time, I'd like to open the floor for nominations for the position of Vice Chair. Are there any nominations?
Mr. Chairman, I nominate Miss Vanessa Cherry.
Okay. Are there any other nominations?
I nominate myself.
Okay. Could I have a motion to close the nominations for position of Vice Chair?
So moved.
Second.
For nominee Vanessa Cherry, how do you vote? Vanessa Cherry? 3. For nominee Ms. Lois Clark, how do you vote? We have 2. Ms. Vanessa Cherry, you are the new Vice Chair.
Wow. Thank y'all.
You're welcome.
At this time, I'll return the meeting over to Mr. Riddick.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Oh, you good? Okay. First, I would like to say thank you for your trust in me, Board, to continue as chairman of the board. I appreciate you, and will continue to serve you all and do my best to continue to do what's right for the Board of Education. Thank you so much. We'd like to say congratulations to Ms. Cherry as Vice Chair of the Washington County Board of Education.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I will do my best to help you out.
Just be here, that's all I ask.
Board, we need a motion to approve the agenda.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion that we approve the agenda.
I second.
It's been moved and properly second that we approve the agenda. All in favor? Motion carried. Public participation. Thank you, Dr. Yancey, for serving. We appreciate you. Okay. We do have 2 on our that would like to address the board tonight. We'll hear from Mr. Wesley Stokes and from Ms. Nellie Fleming. At this time, Mr. Stokes, we'll hear from you. Thank you for coming tonight.
Before the clock starts, I just have a couple of questions to ask. Number one, has the board voted on a mascot?
We have voted. But we're talking.
So it's not final?
I'm not gonna say it's final. We still got some.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, so if I'm standing here to ask you to reconsider, I'll do that. But if I'm standing here to persuade because you've not made up your mind, I want to persuade.
We want-
So I just need to know which way do I need to
I
go.
want to hear what you got to say.
Hear what you got to say, then
Okay.
we'll proceed.
All right, well, I've been here before to speak to the board about this issue, and I'm not going to rehash the previous conversation. But the Board of Education made a commitment. 3 of you, there's 2 new board members, but in 2017, 3 of you made a commitment when we decided that we were going to merge Crestwell High School and Plymouth High School. You made a commitment to the community as a whole that neither school would be named Viking, that the new school would not be named Viking, and it would not be named Tigers. So what I've heard in the street is that you all voted to go back to Vikings. So if you have, I'm here tonight to certainly ask you to reconsider, because number one, what is a Viking? What is a Viking? And is there a Viking in our community that I could look at that looks like our community? Now, so what I'm asking you to do is you've got a golden opportunity now that you're building a new school that you can change the whole perspective of Washington County schools. Now, I've not seen a Viking that looks like the community, but I have seen kings and queens that look like the community. Kings and queens that's black, kings and queens that's white, kings and queens that's yellow. We've seen all of those. So that would be something that our children could look at. And look at our neighboring counties. Beaufort County merged Aurora Trojans and Chocowinity Indians, and they named the new school Southside Seahawks. Beaufort County also merged John A. Wilkerson Bulldogs and Bath Pirates, and they named that school Northside Panthers. Martin County, look at Martin County. Martin County, a few years ago when they decided they were going to merge Janesville and Williamston, it went from the Tigers and the Bullets to the Knights. Well, Martin County just this year decided we're going to put all the athletics together. Guess what they did? They changed it again because it was something new. They did not keep the Knights. And they had just been Knights for a few years. But when they merged and said, South Creek, your athletes are gonna be able to play with us, so that nobody would be looked down and up on, they changed the name again. So what I'm asking you to do is that none of those districts went back to an older name. None of them went back to an older name. So my hope is that you all will select something royal that our kids can see as the Monarchs. Think about the royalty. Now, I am not a purple color wearing person. If you look at my lanyard, you'll know why.
Come on now.
I would definitely wear a lavender shirt with Monarchs on it
Oh, my.
to support my kids in this community. But if you insist, if I tonight cannot convince you to change, then what I'm going to stand here and say, and I hope you will change, but if you don't change, Vikings only got that name in 1970 when integration came. But there's a school down in Roper that's been the Beaver since its inception in the 1950s.
All right now.
So if you're going to go back to Vikings for high school,
Go back to the.
then you got to go back to the Beavers for the middle.
Amen.
Now, what you can do is just stay out of that, because I hope you don't do that. I hope you go with something new, because, you know, there's a book that I read that say forgetting those things in the past and moving on. And you all gave me and the staff this T-shirt a couple of years ago. And that T-shirt says forward movement. So what I'm asking you all to do is back up your words with forward movement and move forward and not go back. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Ms. Naylor.
Oh, was that what she was gonna talk about too? Okay.
Board, we need a motion to approve the consent items.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the consent items.
Second.
So moved and properly second, all in favor? Motion carried.
You something ain't you?
Washington County Schools will be led by 21st Century Professionals. Board, we need a motion to approve the personnel report as presented. Personnel report, need a approval, need a motion, you
So
all.
moved.
Second.
Moved and properly second, all in favor?
Daggone me.
Motion carried.
All this over. Yes, God. My God.
Good news. Dr. White?
Mr. Chairman, I would like to acknowledge the Washington County High School JRTC program. I have to commend them. They did an outstanding job at their accreditations program. They scored a 96%. I'm sorry, a 96%. I had an opportunity to be present for some of the presentation, and I have to say, their drill ceremony, they drill as good as some of the adults that I've seen drill, and I was very impressed. Their presentation to the panel was outstanding. I couldn't have been more proud of them. And so kudos to them. I've asked that they come to present to the board next month so that you can see our JRTC program. And I couldn't be more proud.
Doctor, I want to piggyback on what you said.
Talking to you, Mike, Ms. Clark.
They act like they was in the army. When I was sitting there watching them, every time they went by, they was in step. They was good. I got to give it to them. They was good. And we got a good JROTC team. And I thank Sergeant Major for all the work that he do with these kids. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Ms. Clark.
And next, Beaufort County Community College Gamma Beta Phi Academic Honor Society new members. Krishaya Gilliam, she's a Washington County High School senior, and Deja Hyman, Washington County High School senior. Congratulations. And we do have a presentation. Let me see. I want to present. And I apologize.
What's wrong with you, man? You slipping, dog.
You messed him up.
Oh, you slipping on us.
I'm slipping.
Christmas break on.
Krishaya?
Shit. Good.
Yes, sir.
Washington County Schools will be governed and supported by 21st Systems, the new building updates.
At this time, I don't have a new update. We will have our next meeting on December the 20th.
Sure. Thank you. Committee updates. Finance Committee, Ms. Jordan.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I have, for action items this evening, 3 budget amendments. I have the state budget amendment 2414, local budget amendment 2415, and special funds budget amendment 2416. For the state budget amendment, we have our North Carolina virtual public school reduction for 2 of our PRCs. One was for $44,595. The other one was for $16,456.80. And then we did get our SRO allocation in for $44,000. And then reconciling the budget that we talked about last month for transportation. For the state budget, I added $9,740.82 in anticipated revenue. Hope for, I guess, say. It's not really actual. And so that's going to increase the state budget by $32,689.02, bringing that total budget to $12,837,920.03. The next budget amendment is local 2415, and on the local budget amendment, that is just making a transfer from PRC 009, which is our non-contributory benefits, and moving it into central office administration, and that's a transfer of $10,613.60. That was a line item that we didn't need in non-contributory benefits, and it was moved over to central office administration to help cover down on the increase in the property insurance bill. And then the $86,000 that we talked about last month that I had approval, I did a fund balance appropriation to add the $86,000 to the transportation budget. For our special funds budget amendment, we did receive our reimbursement from a prior year for our USAC grant, which is our technology grant for E-rate, $67,453.78. And then our LEP consortium funds, our budget was increased by $6,376.32. And impact aid prior year payment, $7,646, increasing that budget by $81,476.10. So our new appropriation for special funds is $1,154,520.86. Those are all the budget amendments I have for this evening.
Thank you. Board, can we get a motion to approve 2414, 2415, and 2416?
So move.
Second.
Moved and properly second, all in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you. The other things that I had provided for the board was the board report for all of our spending for funds 1 through 7, the board expense report for November. We did receive our volunteer insurance policy. We're covered from September through September 2023 to September 2024. And then I included in there the property coverage and the invoice that was paid with the increase in the budget. Are there any questions for finance?
No, ma'am. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you.
All right, short meeting tonight. Reminders of other items of interest.
I did want to say, Mr. Chairman, just to make sure that parents, that you
Sure,
ensure
that's
that the your students get a good night's rest, and that they get a good meal for the high school EOC's final exams. And then also, the 14th, there's going to be a CES Title I Cultural Extravaganza Spirit Night at 5:30 at Crestwell Elementary School. There you go. Mid-year graduation at the BCCC campus in Roper at 6 p.m. on December 19th, and progress reports for elementary and middle school students will go out. Another big thing that we have coming up, January 2nd, we will go out mandatory teacher work day for high school staff, optional teacher work day for elementary and middle school staff on January 2nd. Students will come back on January 3rd. And part of the consent agenda, the board approved for December 19th an early release day for students at 12 p.m. And that's all for that.
Put that up here.
Mr. Chair.
That was what you added.
Thank you, Dr. White. Okay, board, is there anything else to claim our attention? Need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry
Happy
Christmas,
holidays, Merry
everybody.
Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Whichever category you fit in. But God bless you all. Please be safe over the holidays. Thank you for all you do. Boy, we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We moved and properly second. All in favor?
Thought we did too.